In this video, we're going to see how a REST service is consumed. Here, we have an open API to URL that calculates distance between the two zip codes. We're going to copy that URL, and in the Graphite Studio project, add a new category called Services. And in the category, we're going to add a web service. We're going to call this web service Zipwise API. Since we're going to consume REST, leave the choice as is. Click OK. We are in the Zipwise REST API screen. In the address field, we will paste the OpenAPI URL. Save it. Go to Methods tab. This is where we will be adding all the methods that we need. Today, we're just going to add one method. And we can choose all the different choices here. And once we choose the path, Graphite will show you all the inputs and outputs for that method. In this case, the output is complex object, so it shows you the data contract that Graphite will automatically create. Name this method getDistance. In fact, if you click on this data contract icon, here will actually show you all the contracts Graphite will create, and in a few minutes, will show you the details behind each of these data contracts. We save this method now, close the method, go into the Data Contracts tab. This is where you'll see a list of all the data contracts created for all the methods that you've added to the service. Let's open one of those data contracts. The Zipwise container contains one property called results of type Zipwise distance. We are going to proceed and click on Zipwise distance. And you can see the three properties that this particular data contract contains. Next step, we're going to go back to the project home and go to the screen category and open up the predefined view that I have set up already. Here's the view, and as you can see in the view, does not have anything in the content. We're going to proceed and add some view elements to this view. The first view element I'm going to add to this content is a heading. I will call the heading Page Heading. Set a font size of 32. Make its weight bold, important 2. Make its text calculate distance. Next, for form, we are going to call it distant form. And set field sets per line to 3. I'm going to add a field set, and in the field set, I'm going to add 2 text fields. Name the first text field Zip1 field, focus index 1, label Zip1, and we actually get to add a mask here. Choose the US zip code, which comes default with the Graphite mask table. The second text field, we will call it Zip2 field. Focus index 2, add the mask again. We now add a button panel in the form. Call that button panel Distance Button Panel. Make the side left. In the button panel, I'm going to add one button. We will call that button Distance Button. make it large. We're going to choose Form to Submit to be Distance Form. I'm going to give it a title, Get Distance. The final view element I'm going to add to this page is another heading. I'll call it Distance Heading. Make the font color red. Font size 32 and bold. Importance 2. Text I'm going to enter 0. Save this view. I'm going to go back to the properties of the button and I'm going to add the OnClick behavior. Click on the Add Behavior. Here, we will add the logic that will call the web service. When I double click the Start shape, we do see the two fields was passed to this behavior of type text. The first step we have to do here is call our web service using the Run Web Service shape. Double click on it. This will show all the service methods that I've added in the project. I'm going to choose Get Distance. Here, it shows me all the inputs and all the outputs it will return. In the format, I'm going to pass JSON, and in the key, I'm going to paste the key. Then I have a memory. For zip1, I'm going to pass zip1 field. For zip2, I'm going to pass the zip2 field. We're going to use the result to access the zipwise container and its subproperties to get the distance and display that on the page. I will do that by using the page instruction. I will double click on the page instruction. Since I'm updating the value on the screen, I'm going to use a value instruction, update element, and I'm going to update the value of that element. The element that I'm updating is the distance heading. I'll be using the result of the Run Web Service shape. And you can see we went into a bunch of subproperties to get to the distance. Click OK and add the end shape. Project is complete. We're going to save, and right before we build, we're going to update our translations. Now that we have completed with translations, we should go do the build. Once build is complete, here's our page. 19102, 90210, get distance, and there's the distance.